On the surface, there would appear to be little difference between the on-air window in Synergy Professional and in Synergy Enterprise. And in many cases, that would be true. The desk functions exactly as before, as does the library, cartridge players, drag and drop, and live assist and automatic modes. Visually, the main differences in the on-air window are the clocks, which help the presenter to keep the programme on time, and the icons in the control bar, which allow the playlist to be managed. The Enterprise version is designed for use by radio stations which use an hourly clock to format their content, and the Enterprise scheduling software to select that content. There are two broadcast modes: Live Assist, where the presenter controls the output and is responsible for keeping the programme running to time, and DTX, which sends the output directly to the transmitter. And of course, this could be used for our sustaining service. Initially, scheduling can appear to be quite complex and possibly intimidating, but it follows a simple hierarchical path. The key concept is that a schedule is built on a series of hourly units. Think of the process as being like a set of Russian dolls. From the largest to the smallest unit in scheduling, we have a week, 7 days of hourly content. A day, which has 24 individual clocks. An hour, which contains the sequence of specific types of music to be played in that hour. And finally, an event, a single item in the playlist. An event is a placeholder. It will be replaced with specific content chosen by the computer when the schedule is compiled. There must be an event for each element in a programme. An event can contain anything which is in the library. It could also be a recorded programme, but its maximum duration is an hour. An event can trigger activities outside Synergy, and can also open and close virtual faders to allow items such as news bulletins to be taken from external sources, for example Sky News. Most events occupy time in the clock, but some can act like a post-it note, providing a reminder or prompt to the presenter. Once an event has been created, its content can be changed, edited or updated, making it a very flexible resource. There is one attribute which you can apply to make an event a start-on-time event. These are particularly useful in automated schedules. If an event is designated as a start-on-time event, Synergy will fade whatever is playing to allow the start-on-time event to begin. The first item in each hour is automatically designated as a start-on-time event. Start-on-time events can ensure that automated programming runs to schedule. They also provide the presenter with visual cues to assist in keeping live assist programs on time. Creating an event starts by selecting the type of event you want. Clicking the New button and completing the information required in the dialog box. The event has been created, but it has no content to play. Click the Add Songs button. Select the tracks which you wish to add to the event by clicking the tick box for each track. When all the tracks have been added, click the OK box and the event is complete. When an event is scheduled, the placeholder is replaced by one of the music items you added. The order in which the tracks in the event are used is controlled by a set of rules. Once all the events required have been created, they can be assembled into clocks. Each clock lasts an hour. Once an hour or clock has been completed, it too can be used as often as is required. The events are placed in the clock according to the program format. To create a clock, select that option. A list of clock templates which have already been created will appear, and also a list of the events which are available to be added to a clock. Click New to start creating a clock. Complete the information in the dialog box, including whether the hour is to be broadcast in live assist or automated mode. To add content to the clock, double-click or drag the events you want to place into the clock's playlist window in the order prescribed by the program format. The first item is automatically created as a Start on Time event. New events can be placed between events already in the playlist. Events can also be added from other library categories. A right-click in the playlist will allow a specific item to be selected from the library. It should be noted that this specific item will play each time the clock is used. Events in the playlist can be repositioned by dragging and dropping them. To define any other item in the playlist as a Start on Time event, double-click the item and complete the dialog box. You click the Start on Time checkbox and specify the start time for the event and also whether the scheduler can start the event early or late to avoid fading a playing item. Icons in the playlist indicate Start on Time events. A yellow block indicates an item which will fade to accommodate a Start on Time event. Purple blocks show overrun events which will not play. However, it is always best to overschedule a playlist. You're bound to have seen a pattern emerging. Each time we've created a set of containers, they're subsumed into a larger container. So it should come as no surprise that when we've completed our clocks, we put them all into a day container. To create a new day, select that option. Then click New and complete the details in the dialog box. When you click OK, an empty daylist template is created. It's possible to populate the template hour by hour, or to allocate the same clock format to the entire day. To allocate a specific clock to a specific hour, click on the hour to highlight it, then click a second time and a drop-down menu will display the clocks available. To set the day globally, right-click in any hour slot. A context-sensitive menu will appear displaying the options available. It's possible to allocate a specific clock to all hours, or to allocate an existing day template and then to amend it. In this instance, I'm going to amend an existing template. This is very useful if there are only a few differences. I perform a right-click and then I navigate to the existing day template which I wish to use. I'm asked to confirm my intentions, then the content of the original template is added. I navigate to the first hour which I wish to change, click in it, and then click again to access the drop-down menu from which I can choose the replacement clock. I repeat this for any other hour segments which I wish to change. This makes it very easy to start the live breakfast show format an hour earlier. You can have as many daylist templates as you require, including special templates for Christmas Day and other holidays. The final template creates a schedule for a full week. Of course, it contains days. There are options which allow specific hours or full days to be replaced very easily to take account of changes and special events. In the scheduler, a week is referred to as a clock grid. To create a new clock grid, select that option, then click New and complete the details in the dialog box. Clicking in the Active Grid tick box will set the new grid as the default for scheduling. When you click OK, an empty clock grid is created. It is possible to populate the template hour by hour or globally by day. To set a specific hour, click in that hour once to highlight it, then click a second time to open a drop-down menu of options. To set the day globally, right-click in any hour slot. A context-sensitive menu will appear displaying the options available. It's possible to allocate a specific clock to all hours, or to allocate an existing day template and then amend it. This is exactly what I'm doing here. Another option in the context-sensitive menu allows me to copy the current day to any other. Again, this reduces the workload and makes customizing a week very straightforward. Up till now, we've been creating a series of placeholders. Clock grids and clocks are simply a series of events, which of course are placeholders. So, now the scheduling module has to work its magic to populate the placeholders with the content which will be played out by on-air. As I said at the outset, the scheduler employs a hierarchical approach, and before we produce an actual program schedule, let's just review the principles. That leads us on to the multi-step process of populating and finalising a schedule.